Hey y'all, I'm gonna be reacting to Shadowverse episode 30. And for those of you curious, I'll be viewing it from Crunchyroll's website, and I'll also be starting my reaction to this in 1-0 go. TV Tokyo. Alright. Actually, we're pumped up to see Mori's chance to shine finally. I actually wonder how long she has been practicing her poses because they're so well choreographed. Damn, why are they always doing risky shit with their phone? It just feels like it's just a little mistake and their phone could absolutely shatter. I mean, Seiya isn't necessarily wrong about that, but... Whoa! But then again, it's the shadow talking, though. It isn't actually Seiya. Oh. Aww. I love that determination there. Because I don't know, I actually like the calmer Memori, but hell, when she's pissed off, I think that's a lot more gratifying to watch. And while yeah, Say doesn't point out there are people that aren't worth saving, I'd say the majority of people are worth saving. Now, I'm wondering what type of people are going to think it is not worth the effort of saving. My personal opinion, those people that are, say, people on death row for the most part, at least the ones that are with 100% certainty completely guilty of their crimes, or in other situations, I'd say people that steal from like horror folk, and people kind of like similar in personality, those are the ones that are arguably not worth saving, but that's probably the only argument that where I'm like, I agree with certain bits of Seiya's argument, and that's about it. Because I don't really agree with the other bits of it. Hello, 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 hello. He's definitely go for Mori's only for the fact that Mori doesn't have her card yet. Yet. How is Kazuki in? Oh, I guess, yeah. But I guess if he had to choose, Kazuki would... Okay, but what is Tako gonna be able to do? It's not like he's gonna be able to like straight up duel people and. But he's not even that good in the Shadowverse game. But hey, I mean, he has nothing else to do. Makes sense though. Kazuki definitely needs more help. Oh, you know what? This would be a nice redemption arc for Takuma too, considering some of the things he did in episode 1. Oh, I thought for a second he was still being chased by fucking random ass people. We're gonna actually get... Is 2v1 actually allowed though? I don't know what type of haircut they're gonna give him.
The duo though.
Are they gonna, is
Kazi gonna end up having 40 defense? I like how he just straight up agrees to it. Hope at the very least Kazuki agreed to things like, say, 40 defense and
double the draws
at the very least.
Okay, they're already rushing through
things already. That's kind of pissing me off.
I don't know about the Shadowverse lately,
But it's been rushing shit.
because Mori already has
18 defense. I would have loved to have seen some character dialogue between Momori and
Seiya, but and if it is the same thing with
Kazuki's match, I'm gonna be kind of pissed about that too.
oh, we're getting still just like the previous episode too. So here's my guess.
They're gonna save all the good visuals for Momori's.
If she does summon her legendary
creature, which she probably will, or should I say legendary follower.
Jeez. God, man, I love her confidence
Sticking with her seemingly weaker cards in there. That's
Hey, that man would have been better off.
They would have been off saying nothing.
The thing is, though, he has one.
5 cards, and he's gonna draw another one, though.
He'd be no. He'd say no. That's.
Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna say that.
And I kind of like how this works out of
The themes that we had a few episodes ago when Memora was trying to constantly
call herself ordinary when
she was talking to Alice, and she was constantly trying to tell Alice that she was special.
So, no, I kind of like this.
It's bouncing off of the fact that
Memora doesn't have quite the largest
amount of self-confidence in herself, and I like how this episode's also working to subtly increasing that self-confidence.
Oh, he used the ordinary
word. Has he been stalking her subtly? I'm just saying.
The only ones that
know about Mori calling herself ordinary is Alice and the Jubilee sisters, and that creature looks pretty boss.
Jeez. Okay, now he's definitely utilizing
better shit when it comes to the shadow creatures than what we've seen in the previous episodes.
Okay, what does it sound like? Someone's got
Like a pack of pit bulls waiting for him. With like the growl sound effect. Okay, if that's the case, why didn't you give the Knights the proto system then? I mean, okay, that kind of feels a little bit like a plot hole. I mean, considering that the Knights in the island have what? A significant amount of experience, you would think that they'd be given the proto system to help evacuate people or put them into a safer location. Oh, it kind of sounds like a similar Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 theme that they play in that series. It sounds good though. When it goes like, dun, dun, like whenever shit turns around against the main protagonist in a duel, sounds just like it. Oh man, let's say up. He's already breaking Shadowverse rule number 1. Never get cocky as hell before winning the match, because if you do, you're gonna just fucking lose and get smacked down. Cecilia Tia. Honestly, the card looks pretty adorable, I ain't gonna lie. Angel Crusher. Okay, how did he just take on all these people solo? Okay. Oh, so that means he doesn't have an ace card then. Finally, we're actually getting a little bit of Takuma's backstory. Aww. Oh, Glory's Slash actually looks pretty good. Jeez, so much urge. But you know what? That's how youngins are sometimes. Okay, now he's just itching to get beat down. He is. Sure. I mean, he can probably already tell he should be able to tell of like the similar hair color and even the similar eyes. Wait, is that? I guess if he consents, I guess that's fair. Although in saying that though, if you're having Takuma help out Mori, that's just gonna. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I'm conflicted about this. Let me explain why. In Mamori getting help from Takuma, it's gonna seem like Mamori's meek, weaker than the others, just because she's gonna need someone to help her out. That's gonna be the downside to Takuma getting involved. Upside of Takuma getting involved, though, it is that it does give him more character development. And considering that he had build up since episode 1, this would be some nice payoff, too. But you know what? I'll be fair. I'll consider this a slight upside. Just because this is something I've been hoping for the series, actually getting some of the background characters a little bit more time to shine. Just depends on how they handle the match, though. Aww. I love that charisma right there. Oh. That's actually the cool thing about Momori's deck. Even though it doesn't have the strongest creatures, a lot of the cards do have some nice passive abilities that either let us summon other creatures or draw multiple cards. Yeah, the thing is, though, he has to deal with two opponents now. Even the lane can be a bigger difference now. Jeez. He sounds like the male version of a Yandere character, especially when he has that look in his eyes. Oh, shit. Yo, that creature looks pretty damn cool. Dang, even Andrew it too. Holy. Oh, I mean, that creature looks handsome as fuck, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, you can definitely tell with his, main creature, they Okay, now he's got the red face on now. Yo, man. If he's gonna wanna protect himself and keep his promise to Hero like a man, he's gonna have to utilize that card. He's gonna have to. He's gonna just have to for once. Okay, now I think it's BS. I think somewhere deep down, Takuma actually does like Seiya. Whoa. Okay, now we're just kind of gives me some like Excalibur Blade vibes. Yo, now this is a rarity. Usually in Shadowverse you don't get the normally both sides talk shit to each other. Okay, I actually like this. You know what, Takuma actually added a layer of fun that I didn't see coming. Wait.
okay, so he did it on purpose.
I was about to say, what was he gonna do without his trump card? Oh, and now he's not saying shit about Delane now that he had one of his creatures destroyed in the previous battle phase. I love it. He ain't so high and mighty anymore.
Gabriel. Oh. Aww. But at least here you do see a bit of what the fuck? Oh shit. Damn. I love just the way they're wanting to play like a unit too. Not anymore though.
And actually, I like how Amori's honest with her feelings too, and not trying to say anything BS and saying that I didn't have any anger against you. I like stuff like that. Whenever people can put their feelings on the sleeves on occasions.
Ah, son of a...
Gotta admit, that was a good cliffhanger there. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, yes, we get to see the legend card, and then the episode ends and like, fuck. Oh man, that is way too painful. In a good way, in a good way. Alright, this episode was pretty badass. I'm gonna give this one a... I mean, yeah, it had downsides though, so I can't just give it a perfect grade either. It gotta be balanced.
Like, the material is enough.
If it wasn't rushed, this would be a straight up 9 out of 10. But since it's rushed, I can give it a 9 or higher. But at the same time, it was so badass, I can't give this an 8 out of 10. I mean, I can't give this anything less than 8 out of 10. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the balanced approach. I'm going to give this one 8.25 out of 10. I'm going to be fair. I think it deserved that much. Because for one, it's finally doing something unique for Shadowverse. At least we're having a 2 versus 1 match. And another thing I love about this episode too, from the story standpoint, I'm loving how now it's giving us payoff to the character arc introduced in the episode when it comes to Takuma. I always wanted to see him reformed. This episode's finally showing that. And he has character development now that he had the guts to want to save Momori too. So I thought that was pretty cool in its own way. And I always like those little chibiest designs at the end of the episode. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. I guess going by that, and I'm so weak. Okay, at least that resolves how Kazi is gonna win against that duo. He's gonna have Hero on his side. Alright, that should make things relatively easy. Oh, hello. Let me just Google translate your name so I can say hello by your name though. Let's see. Yeah, because I don't use Google Translate during the episode, but I do use it after the ED. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hello, commenter with like the smiley face profile name. Hope you're having a fantastic day right now. Now, as for what else I love about this episode, though, I actually just love the fact that for this episode, it had like almost no jokes. Because don't get me wrong, I usually like the comedy in Shadowverse, but here, I actually love how it just restrained itself so that you have a lot of emotional sequences. For example, the whole argument with, say, having with his little brother when Takuma was younger. I actually love stuff like that because it's relatable. Because considering I am a younger brother, there are occasions where I'm like, I don't necessarily agree with what an older sibling's gonna do. So in those occasions, I'm like, I don't necessarily agree. I want to do something, and that's kind of relatable. I can sort of feel Takuma there, where on occasions you may not like what an older sibling is saying, but what they're saying is, in some cases, it's normally for the best. And this episode portrayed that pretty perfectly. That's why I like the theme of brothers and siblings, at the very least in this specific episode. And aside from that, something else I like too about this episode, I actually like how it's taking like the tag battle concept. It isn't just completely throwing it away. It's working with it. It's utilizing it properly. And that's why I thought this episode had a lot of good moments. The only downside though about it is just honestly just the fact that it already started out with Momori having like what 18 defense, so already it missed the beginning phase of the episode. So I feel like this episode would have been better off if it didn't have the opening and it would have just had the credits. I would have preferred that over what this episode did it, because I think that minute and 30 seconds, it really needed it. I mean, considering the fact that I'm imagining the Shadowverse team makes a lot of money, I think the Shadowverse producers could have paid at least a little bit more money, or at the very least, maybe reduced in the animation quality in some sequences just to have the minute and 30 seconds extra. At least if you're asking for my personal opinion on the matter. But that's like the only downside from a script standpoint, though. Everything else, I'm liking it. I'm liking the fact that in this episode, Momori does have to tackle on the whole ordinary thing, and she has to become a little bit more than ordinary, because all the previous episodes have showed her lack of self-confidence, and I like how this episode is actually bouncing off of that, and it's going to tackle that head on, where she's going to need to be way more than just average in order to win the match, and she's going to need to step it up. And I love that too about this specific episode, because for one, it shows you that Momori, she's way more than just an ordinary individual. She just needs to see that about herself, because that's something that Alice was trying to bring up too a few episodes ago. But the thing about that is, for that to actually matter, for you to actually be more than average, the person themselves has to believe that they're more than average too. That's something that Mori's going to have to believe in herself. And I like that, how this episode is perfectly setting herself up for that. And I really love the Takuma character development. Him taking the damage so that Mori wouldn't lose defense. And then him finally having the resolve to utilize the card that his brother gave him in a dangerous situation. That's character development right there. So that's why I thought this episode had a lot of great character moments. And aside from that, I'd say the only other weakness, aside from it feeling a little bit rushed though, it's the animation quality. You can tell for most bits it was less than stellar, but it wasn't awful either. It's just that for like the battle sequences involving the cards, there was a little too many stills for my liking. Obviously when you have like the Predator Golem utilizing his packs, the animation looked gorgeous. And whenever Seiya had like this evil, badass looking expression, it looked great. So that's when the episode really shined for me visually. Hopefully, episode 31 has more moments like that, because you can even tell the production for Shadowverse has been strained ever since episode 29, because now this is like 2 episodes back to back that the dueling animation has been less than optimal. But you know what, I'm just going to chalk it up to maybe their animators are prepping up for a huge ass episode, or who knows, maybe it's actually the effects of COVID-19 slowly affecting the series, because this is actually one of the few animes that didn't even get pushed back by the pandemic, but other animes kind of did, so who knows, could be that. Regardless though, at least when it came to like the facial expressions, it looked good, so I'll have to give it credit for that. And that's why I feel this episode was worthy of an 8.25 out of 10. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on Shadowverse episode 30. I'd like to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe if you do not want to miss my reaction to Shadowverse episode 31. And I'll see you guys later. If you come back, follow more. And before I go, thank you so much, person with the smiley face username for commenting on the live chat. And for everyone else, thank you so much for watching my reaction. Hope you have a great, safe, and fantastic day. And thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye bye.